Alrighty, can everybody hear me? Alrighty.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So the time is 12:35, so I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. First off, we have the Pledge of Allegiance.
Hello?
Alrighty, so first off, we have the Pledge of Allegiance. If you guys can follow along, just please be sure to keep your mics muted to avoid any sort of confusion. So without further ado, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Next, we have the alma mater. Along the Indian River shore, our college walls will stand, where scholarship and fellowship go forward hand in hand. Devotion to a way of life, with purpose strong and bold. We're loyal to the pioneers, all hail the blue and gold. Roland, I saw you have a question. All right, if there's no question, we'll be moving on. I'm going to go ahead and hand over the platform to Julie Diaz for a roll call.
And you might want to turn down your mic just in case. It sounds like there's a little feedback.
All right, so for roll call, please unmute your mic, and when your organization is called, say here and I'll mark you for attendance. Please mute your mic after you finish speaking. All right, Academy of Future Teachers.
Here.
Thank you. Accounting. Achievers Club.
Here.
Thank you. Alpha Phi Sigma.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Ambassador Club.
Here.
Anthropology Club. Brain Bowl. Best Buddies Club. Caring Through Crafting. Circle K International. Chastain Math Club.
Here.
We're here.
Christian Student Fellowship. Coalition for Christian Outreach. Collegiate DECA. Computer Science Club. Criminal Justice Club. Culinary Club. Delta Mu Epsilon. Digital Photography Club. Economics Club. Eta Sigma Delta IRC Chapter. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Flag Football League. Florida Ultra Endurance Research. Future Alumni Association. Game Design and Development. Global Study Abroad. Graphic Design / Digital Media. Haitian Cultural Club.
Here.
Thank you. Hostrom Astronomical Society. Health and Self Club. Honor Society for Nursing. HOSA.
Here.
Thank you. Human Services Club. Interfaith Club. Interior Design, International Club, International F1.
Here.
Thank you. Intramurals Club, Intramurals Esports Club, Investment Club.
Here.
Thank you. Kappa Delta Phi, Lambda Nu Honor Society, Laser Club Earthscope, Leapers Club, Medical Laboratory Tech, Music Club, National Society of Leadership and Success, Nursing Student Association.
Here.
Thank you. Phi Theta Kappa,
Here.
Pioneer Radio, Political Science and Debate, Practical Nursing, Pre-Law Pioneers, Psychology Club, River Readers Book Club, Science Club,
Here.
Sigma Beta Delta Honor Society, Spanish Club, Student Veterans Organization, Surgical Tech Club, Theater Scholars.
Here.
Thank you. Table Tennis Club, Toastmasters, Tomeo Mentors Club, Virtual Connections. Thank you. Writing Club, Women of Color, Baseball, Basketball Men.
Here.
Thank you. Basketball Women, Softball.
Here. Here.
Thank you. Swimming and Diving.
Here.
Thank you. Volleyball.
Here.
All right, that wraps up roll call.
Alrighty, we'll now be continuing on with officers' reports. First, we have the president's report. My office hours, as you can see, have not changed since the last meeting. I'm still available from 12 to 1 on Tuesdays, Thursdays 12:30 to 1:30, Friday 4 to 5. So if you have any questions, or if you have any issues you want to bring up to me, go ahead and email me, and we can set up something within those time frames. First off, we have the constitutional revision update. Due to a lack of participation with the form on River Life, we haven't been able to pass the constitution revisions that were slated for the 2019-2020 semester. So attendance today will let us know whether we meet a quorum to vote on these changes today, a quorum being more than 50% of attendance from organizations. Erica, if you can confirm whether we met quorum with the form on River Life.
All right, we have quorum. Julie has confirmed. Thank you, Secretary.
Alrighty. So next would be the Poll Everywhere link. I see it's cut off here, so if we could have that posted in chat by somebody.
Can everybody see this as the, this is the first revision or to the Constitution. It is through Poll Everywhere. This can be done in your browser or through text. As you can see, you can go through your browser, like your Chrome browser, and type in pollev.com/Erica, STROWBR 643, or you can text Erica's, well, it's mine, so it's Erica, STROWBR 643. You can text that to the number 37607. All right, and all you'll be typing in once you do that, it will actually give you confirmation that you're in. And then from there, all you'll do is A for yes, B for no, and C for abstain, meaning you don't have an opinion on the matter. Yes.
Do we do that now?
Correct. Now, and I just want to say that I realize that some of our participants came in as moderators. I don't know how that setting got changed, but we move on. So just be very attentive to what you're pressing on the screen. Again, like I said, it was a snafu, but just make sure that you're very aware of that. So this is for a vote for the Constitution. As you can see, if you need to zoom in to the left, there's show view controls. It's like a little box with a magnifying glass. You can go closer in on your personal screen. All right. All right. The first one's just going to take a little time, but once you're into the first one, after this, it goes very quick. And the voting members is only one per club. So if you are your representative, you are the one voting. So if you have 10 people on from your club, only one person should be voting, casting the vote. So just to clarify, we want to make sure everybody can get in and do what they need to do. We'll give everybody just a moment to get in. Yes, Emily.
Hiya. I'm looking over. I was able to get in. I'm looking over the section, the revision that's on the screen right now. And for the first part, it says to, be enrolled in at least 12 credit hours per semester. So, fall, spring. But then it says, oh, I'm sorry. I thought it said including summer. Sorry, I misread that. Never mind.
No problem. And Billy, if everybody's good with how to vote and they're getting in there, I see 16 votes present. Billy, if you want to read what's actually on the screen, if you're okay with that, just so people can understand, or if they can't see it, they can hear it.
Of course, no problem. So this revision, the first revision is for Article 3, Executive Board Section 2, Terms and Qualifications. The change being an exemption with a unanimous decision by current CCG Executive Board reviewed by the CCG advisor shall allow the candidate to move forward with their candidacy. Emily Phillips, you have a question?
Yes, sorry. I just want to make sure that I have a concrete understanding of what the revision means. Is that meaning that if the candidate is not meeting the set credit hours that's labeled within the section article, that a unanimous decision on part of the executive board members and the CCG advisors would allow the candidacy to move forward if they were to not meet the credit hours? Is that what it's saying?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
And I just want to clarify before we move forward, each club shouldn't be casting a vote at this point. So for every organization and every executive board member should be casting a vote at this point. So just to clarify. Now, once you cast your vote, just keep it up because we have 10 revisions to get through, and that's why we don't have a guest speaker or a club spotlight this time around, because we want to make sure this gets approved so we can move forward with our constitution. I'll give everybody about if only, do we need to vote even if we don't wish to do so? Well, as a CCG representative, that's why we have the word abstain. We posted this, we tried to do it last year, but of course with COVID, we couldn't do the vote. We posted this and let everybody know 2 weeks in advance that we were going to be doing a vote online. Every club had an opportunity to research and look at the votes. We had 2 club votes. So now we're doing a vote here at the CCG meeting with quorum. So if you agree with the change, hit yes. If you do not agree, hit no. If you abstain, for whatever reason, you're able to abstain from voting. But remember, your job as a CCG rep is to represent your organization. Hopefully, you've had time to go and chat with your organization, because it's been since the meeting on the 9th, we let everybody know that this vote was going to take place, and now we're 2 weeks over and we're still voting. So this is why we're having this vote today. All right. All right, I'll give everybody 30 more seconds. If somebody is having trouble right now, please let us know, because we would like to move forward. If you are having a hard time with your computer, your browser, you can use your phone and just text it in and continue with texting A, B, C, or D. Okay, thank you. I know this is kind of different. I know we're using technology, so we definitely are just trying to make it work for everyone, and we're taking our time with it. All right. Give it about 15 more seconds. Okay, perfect. All right. Billy, you're free to, I'm going to move the slide forward. You're free to read off the next one. I'll go on mute now.
Alrighty, so with overwhelming majority, revision 1 passes. Yes, 30-1. Revision 2, dealing with Article 3, Executive Board, Section 3, Powers and Duties of the CCG President. We're changing subsection D, assist with the scheduling and preparation of CCG agendas and minutes of all CCG meetings. Emily Phillips, a question?
Yes, I just wanted to know the duty of creating and looking over the agendas and minutes for the CCG meeting. Which position in the CCG does that duty usually fall upon? Meaning that, is it originally the duty of the president, or is it typically the duty of the treasurer? Is it the duty of the vice president? or is this a duty that didn't necessarily have a established CCG position in the first place?
It was established that you see subsection D existed beforehand. The only addition is to of all CCG meetings. This would be clarification that the president would be helping with the scheduling and preparation of all CCG, of agendas and minutes for all CCG meetings, those being the general assemblies and the meetings of the executive board.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course.
We'll give it 15 more seconds. I think we're good to move forward.
Alrighty, with overwhelming majority, revision 2 passes. Next we have revision 3. Revision 3 is a strike through for Article 3, Section 3, subsection E, powers and duties of the CCG president to prepare agendas for all CCG meetings. So we would be striking through this subsection. If you agree with the strike through, go ahead and vote yes. If not, no. And if you choose to not vote, you can always abstain. As Erica mentioned in chat, this is why revision 2 was added. We're going to go ahead and make preparing agendas of all CCG meetings a joint effort. So rather than just putting that on entirely on the president, it would be a joint effort between the executive board.
Hey, Erica, my revision 2 is still showing. It's not showing me revision 3.
I'm getting used to this, guys. Now it should be showing. For each one, if you've ever used Poll Everywhere, as you're going through, to continue, I have to activate each one, and I didn't activate it that time. So now it's activated. And if you press the wrong letter, as long as this is activated, you can press another letter if you need to. Thank you. And by the way, it's so nice to hear actual voices. Yes, Emily?
Hi again, sorry. So essentially by agreeing to revision 2 and revision 3, you're essentially getting rid of the responsibility for the CCG president to be fully in charge of preparing the agendas for all CCG meetings, and rather saying that the president would be responsible for the preparation and the scheduling alongside the other officers of CCG, correct?
Well, we have it under the duties of the secretary, but
Okay.
every other board member should be assisting.
Okay.
And primarily for oversight, the president should also be active in that. He is ultimately, or she is ultimately responsible for the preparation of all things coming from CCG and the board. So that's why we put that little caveat on there that it's for all, Therefore, we can get rid of E on revision 3.
Okay, thank you very much for the clarification.
No problem. 10 more seconds.
Alrighty, revision 3 passes by majority. Alright, so revision 4 deals with Article 3, Executive Board Section 3, Powers and Duties of the CCG President, subsection G. This is an entirely new addition to the subsection rather than the previous edits. Mobilize, oversee, and ensure the formation of the Student Council of Presidents as designated by Article 10, Section 7. The President or designee leads the council. So this deals with the leadership of the newly formed Student Council of Presidents, that being a council of all CCG organization presidents.
About 15 more seconds.
Alrighty, revision 4 passes. Alrighty, moving on to revision 5. Do you agree to add the highlighted portion to sections 3 to 7 of Article 3 Executive Board? This will be the same addition to every section with regards to every section of each member of the Executive Board. The addition will be exactly the same for all sections 3 to 7, dealing with the President, Vice President, Secretary, Treasurer, and Parliamentarian. The revision is must remain in contact with each member of the Executive Board and CCG advisors at least once per 14 calendar days via phone, email, or any other means outside of regularly scheduled meetings and activities. This means that if any member of the board were to become inactive for 14 days, they have to remain in contact with the other members or advisors of the CCG Executive Board at least once per 14 days outside of just regular meetings and activities.
And what happens if they don't?
This revision does not specify that. I don't recall there being a penalty for it. I'm not sure if we added that in the revisions or not. Give me one moment to look into this for you.
Thank you.
Billy, it's actually it would be revision 10 that would specify the punishment for not atoning to the revision 5.
Sorry, I couldn't unmute my mic fast enough. Thank you. That was correct.
So we would also have to
essentially,
vote on the penalty as well.
I'm sorry.
So we would have to vote on the penalty as well as the 5th revision.
This one is, and the way we added it there is just for consolidation, but this one actually adds the fact that for any of the executive board positions, if you basically go ghost for 14 days, no call, no text, it's kind of like a no show, no call. And we understand things happen, life happens. But this is, of course, 2 weeks later, no word, no call. But we verified life, I promise. And that person is still not active or participating. Then that goes into the removal process, so we can move forward. Because unfortunately, sometimes that does happen. It's very rare, but it does. 10 seconds.
Sorry, I didn't unmute there. So by majority, revision 5 passes. Moving on to revision 6, article 5, campus liaisons, section 3, powers and duties of the campus liaison. Subsection H, once appointed, the campus liaison shall be introduced to the General Assembly at least once during the academic year.
Then wait when we're done.
Ten seconds.
Alrighty, and by overwhelming majority, revision 6 passes. Moving on to revision 7, dealing with article 8, elections, section 3, campaign rules and regulations. Subsection C, use of social media tools will be allowed with prior approval. A letter or email with approval will be sent to the candidate.
Ten seconds.
Alrighty, and revision 7 passes with majority. Moving on to revision 8. Article 10, Standing Committees, Section 1, subsection E, is an addition rather than is an entirely new subsection rather than just the revision of the old one. Subsection E describes the Student Council of Presidents as consisting of all club and organization presidents.
Oh, that is correct. It is, but as it's written here, this is just where we wrote it up and we copied the image from the form that we put out. So yes, it is correct on the actual revisions, but yes, it is SCP, Student Council of Presidents. So typo on our part. Thank you. 10 seconds.
Alrighty, and revision 8 passes with majority. Moving on to revision 9. Do you agree to add the following sections so the entirety of the text will be added to the CCG Constitution? Article X deals with standing committees and recognizes the Student Council of Presidents as a committee with its purpose to facilitate communication among all club and organization presidents, to explore the roles and opportunities for the office of presidents of each club and organization across all campuses, and to ensure, promote networking and foster collaboration between clubs and organizations, to advise the CCG president and the executive board on issues pertaining to clubs and organizations.
Ten seconds.
Alrighty, and with majority, revision 9 passes. Moving on to revision 10. We'll be adding the highlighted portion to Article 9, Resignation, Removal, and Impeachment, Section 1, Executive Board, Subsection A, Resignation and Removal Process, Subsection 1, reading remove elected and appointed executive board members from office without the benefit of impeachment for remaining out of communication with the executive board and CCG advisors for a period of time exceeding 14 days. Emily Phillips, you have a question?
Yes, just pertaining to this specific revision. In no way, shape, or form would the executive board member be notified in any way, kind of as a warning that they are about to exceed or approach the 14 days without communication. Is that correct? Is that strictly the responsibility of the board member to ensure that they are staying in contact? There will be no form of warnings or reaching out from other board members or the CCG advisors. It will just be the typical, if you stay out of contact, you're out.
Well, while for the time being it wouldn't be specifically stated in the Constitution, as we didn't add that to the revisions. I imagine that the executive board and our CCG advisors would take every opportunity to try to communicate this approaching the 14 days without communication limit.
But it's still put on the representative to reach out. Now, this is the case where the person has not contacted anyone from the executive board or the advisors. So that person has been out of contact. So we put the responsibility on the board member to reach out and be in contact. Now, natural progression of things, people will be contacting, but this actually puts the responsibility on the representative to make sure they're reaching out, finding out what's going on, and putting the responsibility on the executive board member to reach out.
Okay, thank you.
Ten seconds.
Alrighty, and revision 10 passes with majority. Alrighty, that concludes the constitutional revision vote. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull up the PowerPoint for the General Assembly, and we can continue on with the President's report. All right. Legislative meeting is today from 1:45 to 2:45, so 15 minutes after the conclusion of the CCG General Assembly. We'll be holding the Legislative Committee. Go ahead and follow this link, and if you have any questions with regards to Legislative Committee, go ahead and email me right there at hernandezb4@mail.irsc.edu. All right. As of October 6th, registration to vote in the general election has closed. This is just the opportunity to let you know that if you are registered to vote for the general election, please know your ballot. There is more on the ballot than just the vote for the presidency. I believe we're also voting in a representative for Florida's 18th district. And many other things. I believe that there are several amendments there as well. So please know your ballot coming into the polling booths if you're showing up in person, and if you're receiving one by mail, go ahead and do some prior research as well. Early voting begins October 19th and ends on November 1st, and the general election will begin on November 3rd. Also, we have a message from the Legislative Committee. In 2006, Congress passed the Postal Accountability and Enhancement Act, making the USPS pay out their health benefits 5 decades in advance. So they would have to have health benefits paid 50 years in advance. And today, as a result, we're seeing a slowdown in postal services, and this act is still hurting the U.S.'s most important and oldest institution, and what is shaping to be one of the most important election years for vote by mail. So from the Legislative Committee to you guys, please consider supporting the USPS in these troubling times. Do business with them, buy stamps, and start sending handwritten letters to loved ones and family members, because the USPS really needs a leg up now that we're going to be relying heavily on vote by mail for the duration of this election. Yes, please find pen pals. I actually bought a bulk supply of stamps myself in order to start sending handwritten letters to family and friends. And if you want to become pen pals, and I know how ironic this sounds, but go ahead and shoot me an email for my mailing address, and I'll be more than happy to stay in touch. You can always share concerns with regards to CCG and some of the things we're doing at the school here, but please reach out. We'll also be finding ways to get the CCG board more involved with this by coming up with events in which we would send handwritten letters. But that is still that's still in the works, and nothing is yet confirmed. I'm going to go ahead and give the platform over to Emma for the Vice President's report.
I'm not sure if she's been kicked out, but if we're having technical difficulties, we'll just go on to next.
Alrighty. We can always come back to the Vice President's report. For now, we're going to be moving on to the Secretary's report. Julie Diaz.
Hi, everyone. So I'm just going to be going over the times that you can meet me. So I'm available Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. On Monday, I'm available from 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Tuesdays on 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And lastly, on Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. So the next historian committee meeting will be on Tuesday, October 13th from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. We will be going over some really important information that is relevant to every organization here. So make sure that you join the next meeting. We're going to be talking about documenting experiences and events, which will look quite different this year. So if you have trouble meeting at this time, make sure that you join the club on RiverLife to receive all the updates that include agendas and other important reminders. The details are also on the RiverLife page, including the Blackboard Collaborate link, so I hope to see everyone there. Right, moving on. Surprise, we are still in need of your contribution to the Mask Up IRC campaign. So consider being a voice for your school by sharing your reason for wearing a mask. Please email me at the address provided to let me know if you're interested. All right, I'm now going to hand the platform over to Ariana Smith.
Thank you. Hi guys, how are you? The same with my schedule. On Monday, it will be to 8 to 9. Thursday, 7:30 to 9:30. Here's my email if you would like to contact me for anything. So the same with the same points. We have NSA with 45, FOSA with 50, and then our leading one is the Tomeo Mentors, which will have 420. I noticed today that some of you guys submitted some points, and I am glad because the following assembly meeting will change for this. And then for the Student Life Committee meeting, we will have started on October 22nd, and the link is right there. It's also on RiverLife, and that will be to 1:30 to 2:30. And now I will give platform to our new parliamentarian, Arfilia.
Thank you. Good afternoon, guys. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Arfilia Mamarutsu, and I'm the parliamentarian for 2020 and 2021, as well as chair for our PR and marketing committee. For this year, I will be also maintaining order of the CCG meetings and reviewing the club constitutions to make sure they're current. And my office hours are written on the slide. It's Tuesday and Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. And at this point, I would like to let you know that I'm currently in Greece due to COVID-19. So we're having a 7-hour difference and I'm 7 hours ahead. For let's say now it's 8:30 for me. And I'm really happy to introduce our new Fright Night event that will take place at our E and J parking lot, our Macy campus, which is our old main campus, on Friday, October the 30th. And what we need from you is a PR marketing member to help us market this event, as well as we would like you guys to participate and sign up for club activities as well as fundraising. You could give us any ideas on what activities you would like us to have, such as, let's say, pumpkin carving challenge or a best costume competition. And our deadline for signing up is on Tuesday, October the 20th, which is a day before our next CCG meeting. My name is on the slide, and my email is on the slide. And you can send me any ideas you have or questions. And personally, I will be able to receive emails at all times, but due to the time difference, I will not be able to answer them immediately unless they are sent during my office hours. And lastly, I would like to, let's say, announce that a meeting for our committee will happen next week, and it's going to be announced until Friday. Thank you. I would like to pass the platform to our old businesses.
Alrighty, before we move on to old business, it seems that Emma has been able to establish a better connection and can now present her vice president's report. So Emma, go ahead and take it away.
Yes, hello, can everyone hear me?
You sound a little faint, but I can hear you. I can hear you fine, yes.
Okay. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My office hours are the same. They will be changing very soon. I am now part of work study, so my time will probably be around the same hour as it is posted right now. It'll just be tweaked a little bit. The next Helping Hand meeting is this Friday. It was supposed to be last Friday, but because of the leadership conference, I wanted to give time to those who were part of it to enjoy it and not be rushed to be part of me. So this Friday we'll be having our meeting and we'll be back on schedule with our meetings. Now I'll be heading back to old business.
Alrighty, so in old business, we have the leadership conference, which took place last Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. I want to thank everybody who attended and got some information with regards to the new 60 things and splash perks paths on River Life, as well as those who are new to have received some information on the emerging leaders path. I also want to mention that these 3 paths are now active on River Life, so go ahead and get yourself some IRSC branded merch and yes, get involved, connect, and lead. The Scantron program is currently ongoing for students of the satellite campuses. Please bring this back to your clubs. If you know of a student who's having trouble obtaining Scantrons because of COVID, seeing as the only bookstore that's open currently is the one on Massey, that's main campus. So if you know any students who are struggling with getting their exams done because they don't have access to a Scantron, please let them know that we are offering free Scantrons limited to per student at these satellite campuses. So last Tuesday, September 29th and Thursday, October 1st, saw the talent show and hot topics events. Unfortunately, due to low attendance, we had to cancel these events. And the reason they're still on old business is because we want to ask you guys to start bringing these events over to your clubs and to see and to sort of bring membership back. You know, we create these events to sort of engage students and to keep everybody closer together in spite of the current COVID pandemic. So please bring this information back to your clubs. Please let's all take a collective effort to bring attendance to these events up. Thank you. Spirit Week was from September 28th to October 2nd last week. The prompts are there on your left, ranging from Meme Monday to Spirit Friday. On the right, we have a couple of funny memes posted by some of our faculty and staff on our Facebook and Instagram pages for student activities. Moving on, I'm going to go ahead and bring the platform over to new business.
Yes, hello, I'll be doing new business. So this week next week starting Monday, October 12th to Friday to October 16th, it is Adult Teen 101. Now, Adult Teen 101 is going to have various of opportunities and various of topics. For example, financial basis that you guys may need, also basic cooking skills, and basically we know like fast food and microwave food, you know, they're easy and they're convenient, but there are going to be a time where we're going to need to actually know how to prepare a meal for ourselves rather than just having McDonald's or something like that. Also, there's going to be various topics, talk about health awareness, also household handiness. I advise you to join because this is a great opportunity, especially us as college students. It's a great opportunity for us to learn more because like some of us are still young. So this is a great way for us to see what the future is to hold for us. Once again, I advise you to join and tell your members to participate in this week because it's going to have lots of information for us. Now I'll be passing it on to whoever's next.
Thank you, Emma. So lastly, we have Literary Day, and I'm very excited about this one. So come join us on Tuesday, October 20th to share your creative writing and discuss your favorite authors with us. This is a great opportunity for anyone with a passion for the written word to take part in celebrating the rising literacy rates as well as other improvements. So if you like to read like me, this would be a great event to be a part of. Look out for this event on our Instagram at IRC Riverlife and Facebook to take part.
I think we have one question. No questions? Oh wait, yes.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, hi.
Sorry, I'm having my problem.
You might have to
Can you hear
turn
me?
on your speaker if you're getting feedback. And that's a good thing for anybody that have a mic on and a speaker on. You got to turn down your speaker a little bit so the mic can get the right audio. Did you have your question?
Hello?
Yeah. You might just have to type it in the chat. Thank you.
Unfortunately, you might have to type your question in the chat. It seems like we can't get rid of the feedback there.
We'll keep an eye out.
No problem. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for the question. For now, I'm going to go ahead and open the forum. In the interest of time, if any clubs want to announce their events or give us some ideas for future events, go ahead and now's your time. Go ahead and raise your hand and we'll recognize you. Alrighty, Emily Phillips from Academy of Future Teachers.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Emily Phillips. I'm the CCG rep and the president for Academy of Future Teachers. I wanted to reach out to y'all once again to let you know that we are still collecting donations for our Walk Out of Darkness event. For those of you who may have missed the last meeting, AFT is collaborating with Kappa Delta Pi to raise awareness and donations for the Walk Out of Darkness event that is hosted by the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. All the funding that is collected is put forth to AFSP to fund research, education, advocacy, and support those who may have been affected by suicide. We are still, it's an ongoing event, and I reach out to all of you here in attendance today to kindly ask for any donations that you guys are able to give. It can be any amount that you are willing to give at this time, even if it is $1, $2, $5, whatever amount. This is for a very good cause, as you all may know. Suicide is a prominent issue in both the school systems and really everywhere in different parts of society. And this organization does everything that it can to help raise awareness, develop programs, and to try to lessen the ratings of a suicide that is seen countrywide and international. For those of you who are interested, I am putting a link in the chat right now, along with the directions to donate. It is very simple. You click on the link, and here are the directions for any of those who are interested. After clicking on the link, you click on the donate button. You type in Academy of Future Teachers in the search box. Once you see that, you click on our title, the Academy of Future Teachers. You click on the donate button once more, and then you follow the prompts in order to donate. So again, if any of you are able to contribute, we greatly appreciate it. And if not, spreading the word too is a great help to both our organizations and the American the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Also, we have our next meeting for Academy of Future Teachers this upcoming Monday. We do have our event on River Life for anyone who is interested. It is this upcoming Monday, October 12th from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. If any of you are interested, please RSVP for the event, and we shall see you there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emily. So I want to go ahead and hit some of the points in the chat. Rolando mentioned the International Club is having a walk on Saturday on the 17th for breast cancer, starting 7:45 a.m. at the Longwood Stadium. For more information, you can go ahead and contact her email in the chat. Also, we have Olivia Nicholas from PTK saying that NSA and PTK are joining to send pen pal letters to residents in local nursing homes. Residents are lonely due to the COVID-19 restrictions and greatly need pen pals. The event is open to all students. Watch for the event on River Life. It should be going up very soon. So as soon as that's up, go ahead and see about becoming pen pals with some of the elderly in need of connection. It'd also be a great service to help the USPS in sending those letters out and getting their business going. Alrighty, before we adjourn, I want to mention that our next next General Assembly meeting will be a town hall to discuss how we can make IRSC better for our students. This comes from all areas, whether it be student activities, registering for classes, or advising. Your input is critical here, so please get specific feedback from your organizations and be ready to share at the next meeting on October 21st. Bring this information back to your clubs, see what sort of feedbacks, kind of gauge the club to see what sort of needs what kind of needs students are showing to bring back to us so that we can make IRSC better for our students. Alrighty, and before we adjourn, I saw Ariana, you raised your hand.
Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make correction on my behalf. My apologies for that. I looked at the reference for the points, and PTK is actually in third place with 50 points. My apologies for that.
No problem. Thank you for letting us know. I'm now going to go ahead and open the floor for adjournment. Okay, I recognize Emily Phillips from Academy of Future Teachers.
Hi, Emily Phillips. Sorry about that. Emily Phillips, Academy of Future Teachers. I move to adjourn this meeting.
Alrighty, and do we have a second?
Billy Banks of the Theater Scholars. I second that motion.
Alrighty, thank you. We now are adjourned. Thank you everybody for participating, and please bring some of this information back to your clubs.
That's all in favor. Sorry.
No problem. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. All in favor to adjourn today's meeting. I'm so sorry, that went right over my head. Go ahead and say aye.
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 Alrighty, and those opposed?
Aye.
Hi.
Alrighty. So by majority, we are adjourned. Thank you so much for everybody's attendance. Please bring this information back to your clubs. We want to get the student body as engaged as possible and bring participation up to the maximum. If you have any questions about today's announcements, go ahead and give any one of us at the executive board an email. We'll be happy to give you talking points for your respective clubs. Thank you.